Yes, my friends, today's topic is sure to get Denver Broncos fans talking, because while many outsiders keep doubting this team, those who truly understand football are starting to see a completely different reality. And you know what's really striking? NFL players themselves are showing Bo Nix far more respect than what many analysts have been putting out in the media. It makes you wonder, has the time finally come for the Broncos to be real Super Bowl contenders again? I want to know your opinion. Do you believe Bo Nix is ready to become one of the league's great quarterbacks? Or do you think he still has a lot to prove this season? Drop a comment below. Your opinion matters a lot. And if you're a passionate Denver Broncos fan, the kind who never gave up on the team during the tough times, smash that like button. If you can, leave a comment saying, "Go Broncos! Let's get to the Super Bowl." Alright, now let's talk about why Sean Payton might be proving, once again, that he was right about Bo Nix all along. One of the biggest stories surrounding the Broncos right now is once again centered around Bo Nix. It almost feels like a repeat of what happened throughout last season. National rankings continue to place him lower than many Broncos fans believe he deserves, despite everything he accomplished, even after showing he could perform on the biggest stages and despite continuing to improve throughout his rookie season. Some rankings still leave him far outside the league's elite quarterbacks. That has frustrated Broncos fans because they watched his growth week after week and saw a quarterback becoming more confident, more efficient, and more comfortable running Sean Payton's offense. What makes this even more interesting is that Sean Payton never changed his opinion. From the moment Denver drafted Bo Nix, Payton confidently predicted that within a couple of years he would become one of the best quarterbacks in professional football. He didn't simply say Bo Nix would be good. He believed he could become a superstar and eventually establish himself among the league's very best quarterbacks. At the time, many people laughed at those comments. Critics believed Payton was exaggerating or trying to defend his own draft decision. Now, however, something important has happened. Instead of media personalities making the evaluation, NFL players themselves have spoken. Their opinion carries enormous weight because these are the players who prepare every week to compete against one another. They understand how difficult it is to play quarterback in today's NFL. According to the NFL Top 100 voting by players, Bo Nix continues climbing the rankings. That recognition suggests his peers see something special developing in Denver. For Broncos fans, that validation feels far more meaningful than outside criticism because respect earned from fellow NFL players usually reflects what actually happens between the lines. Even opposing stars have acknowledged Bo Nix's competitiveness and toughness. Inside the Broncos locker room, teammates continue supporting him publicly, showing confidence that he is becoming one of the franchise's true leaders. That growing respect only increases excitement for what could happen in his second season. If he continues progressing within Sean Payton's system, many fans believe this could be the year where national opinion finally catches up with what Broncos supporters have already been seeing. Training camp now becomes incredibly important because, for the first time in many years, Denver enters camp without a quarterback controversy. That alone says a lot about where this organization currently stands. Instead of wondering who will start under center, fans can focus on the pieces surrounding Bo Nix and how those pieces fit together. One of the first major questions involves the running back rotation behind J.K. Dobbins. Several talented players will compete for opportunities, including R.J. Harvey, Jonah Coleman, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Tyler Batty. Every one of them brings something different to the offense. Harvey appears to have an excellent opportunity to earn a significant role because of his overall skill set. Meanwhile, Jonah Coleman offers versatility that could make him especially valuable on passing downs thanks to his blocking ability and receiving potential. Competition at this position should be one of the most entertaining battles throughout camp because every snap could influence how the depth chart develops. Another important storyline focuses on replacing the production left behind after John Franklin Myers' departure. He played an important role on Denver's defensive front, and replacing that impact likely won't fall on one player alone. Instead, the Broncos may rely on several contributors sharing responsibilities across the defensive line. Malcolm Roach, DJ Jones, Iomi Uwazurike, Tyler Onyedem, and Syvian Jones all have opportunities to contribute. Rather than searching for one direct replacement, Denver's strength could come from the depth and rotation available along the defensive front. Fresh legs and multiple contributors could keep the defense playing aggressively throughout games. The wide receiver room also presents fascinating questions. With Courtland Sutton continuing to lead the group and Jalen Waddle expected to add another explosive element, attention naturally shifts toward identifying the third receiving option. Marvin Mims Jr., Troy Franklin, and Pat Bryant all possess unique abilities that could allow them to make meaningful contributions throughout the season. One reason this competition is so intriguing is Bo Nix's willingness to distribute the football. Instead of locking onto one favorite target every week, he has consistently shown the ability to spread the ball across multiple receivers depending on matchups. That flexibility fits perfectly within Sean Payton's Payton's offensive philosophy. Rather than forcing targets, the offense can attack whichever defensive weakness presents itself. Some weeks Marvin Mims may become the featured receiver. Other weeks Troy Franklin could have the favorable matchup. Another opponent may allow Pat Bryant to emerge. That unpredictability makes Denver's offense more difficult for opposing defenses to prepare for. The tight end position remains another area worth watching closely. Denver invested additional resources there because improving production from that group could significantly help the entire offense. Evan Engram enters the season with high expectations after joining the Broncos, while younger players continue developing within the system. If Engram quickly develops chemistry with Bo Nix, he could become one of the offense's most reliable weapons, especially on third downs and inside the red zone. A productive tight end would create even more problems for opposing defenses already trying to contain Denver's receivers and running game. Special teams also feature an interesting storyline following the departure of P.J. Locke. Devin Key enters camp with momentum after establishing himself as an outstanding special teams contributor. J.L. Skinner and Miles Scott also provide intriguing options as the Broncos evaluate who can step into larger responsibilities. Training camp practices often reveal far more than preseason games when it comes to special teams roles, making this another battle worth following closely. Perhaps one of the biggest mysteries surrounds how the offense itself may evolve, with Davis Webb taking over play-calling responsibilities while Sean Payton continues shaping the overall offensive philosophy. Many fans wonder whether the Broncos will operate at a faster pace or incorporate more hurry-up concepts. While dramatic changes may not happen overnight, there is certainly curiosity about whether the offense becomes slightly more streamlined or more aggressive in certain situations. Early practices should provide valuable clues regarding tempo, communication, and how quickly Bo Nix gets the offense aligned before each snap. Jalen Waddle's versatility creates another exciting possibility. Rather than lining up exclusively at one receiver position, his speed and athleticism allow him to be moved throughout the formation. He can play outside, operate from the slot, or even line up in creative alignments designed to create mismatches. That flexibility gives Sean Payton countless options when designing weekly game plans. Defenses won't simply prepare for one version of Waddle because Denver can move him almost anywhere on the field. Combined with Courtland Sutton's physical presence and the speed of the younger receivers, this offense has the potential to become far more dynamic than last year's unit. As training camp begins, the excitement surrounding this Broncos team feels different. Instead of entering the season filled with uncertainty, Denver appears to have a foundation. The quarterback is in place. The coaching staff believes in its roster. Veteran leaders continue emerging, while younger players compete for expanded opportunities. Every practice will help answer important questions, but perhaps the biggest takeaway is that expectations inside the organization continue rising. Sean Payton has never hidden his confidence in Bo Nix, and recent recognition from fellow NFL players only strengthens that belief. Now the next step is proving everything on the field once again. If the Broncos continue developing across the roster while Bo Nix takes another leap forward, Denver could become one of the NFL's most dangerous teams this season. The national conversation may still contain doubters, but inside Broncos country there is growing belief that this team is heading in the right direction. Training camp is finally here.